What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the very historic 400th episode of the Classic Chronicles, man. Damn, when I first started this 3 years ago, I didn't really think anybody would care about watching my content. Hell, I didn't even think I'd make 2 episodes of this series, but 400 episodes, man, it's a lot. Not too many shows get to 400 episodes, especially on YouTube, and with everybody doing, in a place where it's very hard to stand out. I thank you for allowing me to, share a little bit of my world with you every single week, and to everybody that's supported me over this journey, man. Thank you. I know I've said it immensely on this channel, uh, and ad nauseum to some effect, but your support truly means the world to me, and I cannot thank you enough for everything that you guys have done, whether it's sharing, whether it's watching my videos, or telling a friend, or subscribing. It doesn't matter. Like, or commenting on my stuff. It's I see it all, and the amount of overwhelming support and love eh, for my content is just amazing, man. So thank you guys. And man, here's to 400 more. But nah, on this episode, I thought I'd do a, a little bit of a deviation from the norm. Usually, with 400 episodes in, there's a lot of there could have been a blooper reel, there could have been unreleased content, but I figured why do that when I can talk about something that's very very near and dear to me, and it's a subject that I've never touched on before, and this when I was deciding what to do with the 400th episode of the Classic Chronicles, I figured let me touch on something that I've never touched on before on this channel. And you shout out to my sister Carmen for giving me this idea, and and I'm gonna talk about lack of inclusion amongst the disabled community in both Hollywood and the workplace. I know it's a little bit of a sensitive thing, but I'm gonna try to give my honest opinion, and and maybe you'll take something out of this, maybe you won't. But yeah, first let's start out in Hollywood, man. So it's hard enough to make it in Hollywood if you're an able-bodied person. All the grinding that comes with being an actor, and going to press releases, and this, that, and the other thing, and just everything, all the scrutiny that they have to put up with now because they're in the public eye. You can be the squeakiest, cleanest actor in the world. That doesn't mean that you're going to not face any scrutiny, because there's always somebody out there that wants to not see you succeed. And that doesn't just go for Hollywood. That's everything. Um, but as far as the differently able community goes, it's even harder for us to make it in Hollywood, because there's not. Let's be quite frank. Like, directors and producers very rarely, if ever, think about the disabled community when they're designing roles. Um, I can only think of a handful of actual differently able people that played differently able roles. For example, the in the new Wicked movie, there is a differently able character. She's in a wheelchair, and she's actually played by a differently able person, which is, like I said, very rare to see. And I get it. It's not. I'm not saying every director should think of the different label community when trying to craft a movie and put it together, because that's just impossible. Let's face it. But yeah, more inclusion of the different label community. I mean, as far I mean, like is like you see it, you don't see it. Not that you don't see it, but the consensus is where it's tough because you don't want to discount the differently able community, but it's it's hard to include them. But what I would like to see is more inclusion in the differently able community as far as Hollywood goes. I mean, look, some people at the forefront of that is one person I can think of is Ali Stroker. She's a Broadway actress, and she's been in several musicals, and she's advocating for that, and I commend her for that, because she does such a great job in the roles that she does, and she doesn't let anything stop her. But it must be, I can imagine how difficult it is to be a differently abled actor. Like, I'm like, full disclosure, I'm trying to break into the industry, because we all deserve an opportunity to live out our dream. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man. So so what do you call it? And another thing, let me touch a little bit about this is kind of my one pet peeve when it comes to the differently abled community in Hollywood, and that's the fact that a lot of actors who have played differently able people are not actually differently able themselves. I mean, that kind of just speaks for itself. I mean, if you're going to have a differently abled role in a movie, you should get a differently able person to play it. Like, you can, like, an able-bodied actor can study all the mannerisms and all the movements and all this stuff to kind of get do a little bit of method acting, as they call it, to kind of step into the character. But unless you're truly differently abled, you're not gonna get it, man. You can have it as to the T as much as you want as an able-bodied actor, but unless you're a differently abled person, you're not gonna get it. Like, it's not authentic to me, anyway. These are just my opinions. You don't have to like say, oh god, this he's just being bitter. No, these are my opinions. And yeah. So as far as the workplace goes, I mean, the bottom line is, uh, differently abled jobs in differently abled community are hard to come by, man. Because not only, and I'm gonna say this, this next comment may piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. This is the reality of it. A lot of corporations. Don't get me wrong. There are a few that may take a chance on the differently able community and overlook the situation and hire them for the skill set that we possess. But there aren't a lot of corporations out there, and the bottom line is that a lot of corporations look at us as a liability rather than an asset. And what I mean by that is, they're afraid that if something happens to a member of the different labor community on the job, they're afraid that they're going to get sued, and it's going to be a black eye on the corporation and all this other crap. Rather than let us we sure there everybody that's differently able has their weaknesses, just as an able-bodied person does. But the thing is that you play to the strengths of the differently able community. If they're not, obviously a lot of us are not able to lift things. So maybe put us in an office. Kind of a data entry role, or technology wise, or something like that, or customer service. I like to think of myself as a pretty friendly person, but um, you know, just play to our strengths rather than just looking at everything as a liability. That's all I'm saying, man. Because we're not a liability, man. We're just trying. We just want an opportunity to show what we can do. That's all. That's all. Um, but yeah, so I know this sounds like a really weird rant, but this is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while. Um, I know for me, personally speaking, I have been at a few jobs where I love working there. I love working there. Yeah, I've even talked openly on this channel about my last job experience. Like I said, I loved working there, but things just didn't work out. Like I said, I don't feel bitter about it. There's no ill will toward anybody or any of the situation, but it just didn't work out. But all we want is an opportunity, man. That's all. It's hard. I you know I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I said something along the lines of, a lot of people hate their job, and I get that. I don't know what everybody goes through on the job, and I don't know what personal battles they're dealing with, but I said something along the lines of, a lot of people hate their job. I would just be happy to have one, and that's the God's honest truth. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this. I love doing YouTube, and of course, we all know that it's not gonna make me a millionaire overnight. And I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for this because I love doing it. But man, just not having a steady income and having to uh, on government assistance, it's hard. It's hard. Not gonna get into a lot of other personal things that I'm going through, but that's that's pretty much the one of the toughest things going on right now for me. But yeah, just I don't like I said, I don't know what you guys want to take away from this. I'm not trying to sound bitter or garner sympathy or anything like that. It's just something that I needed to get off my chest. And I figured, since I have the platform, and the small platform, and the to do it, I figured I should just do it. And anyway, that's gonna do it for the 400th episode of the Classic Chronicles, man. Again, thank you for helping me get to this point. I love you guys, and there's going to be plenty more content on this channel. I promise you that that I promise you that we're gonna keep things lighthearted around here, and we're not gonna get into a lot of serious things. But we might I might when it comes time. But you guys know me, if you've been rocking with this channel since then, when you know that I like to keep things relatively lighthearted around here, and I do not take myself seriously. This is just something that I had to get off my chest. But anyway, that's gonna do it. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I, of course, will see you guys on the next episode. Peace and love. Thank you.